Hello everyone, my name is Coca-Cola and welcome to this video where I will talk about my thoughts on the Battlefield 5 reveal. Since I did a video about Black Ops 4 reveal, and since I also play a lot of Battlefield, especially a lot of Battlefield 1, I thought it would only be fair to talk about Battlefield 5 as well. And I was pretty excited beforehand, even though I knew it was going to be World War II, and even though I'm very much a history buff, I don't think I'm that much into World War II shooters anymore. It's just the fact that my issue with those kind of games is that they only depict the same battles every single time, and Call of Duty World War II is a perfect example of that, because it starts with D-Day operation, and it, in a sense, it kind of follows Band of Brothers. And I mean, I've already seen that hundreds of times, if not thousands at this point, so it's kind of a bit tiresome at this point. But I was still excited, because a lot of the rumors and speculation seem that there might be a lot of changes this time to the Battlefield formula, which is another issue I have, particularly with Battlefield, because there hasn't really been any change since Battlefield 3 or even Bad Company 2. Like, they've all followed the same template in every game, and I think that's part of the reason why at least Battlefield Hardline failed, because it tried to fit the Battlefield formula into this specific theme. And I had the same problem with Battlefield 1, because it essentially took Battlefield, put it in a World War I setting, and then adjusted the setting so it would fit the game mechanics and such. So yeah, that was why I was pretty excited, and during the reveal I got more excited the more they talked about the game. And then they showed the trailer. You've probably seen it, you're probably aware of the reactions, and if I thought Black Ops 4 had a lot of negativity after the trailer, oh boy, this was something else. I mean, even I have to say that trailer was a mess. Like, it doesn't feel like World War II at all, and it's chaotic. It looks super scripted. I don't know what I don't know what's going on in that trailer. Honestly, it doesn't seem like Battlefield even. It's like, is this some sort of parody? Like, that was my reaction after hearing all these details, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute. I was like, oh, this sounds really promising. And then they showed the trailer, and I'm like, this has to be a joke. There's no way they thought this trailer was a good idea. I mean, I honestly, I was, I wouldn't say. I mean, maybe I was a bit upset. I went to Twitter and essentially posted this picture that I took from some Reddit post that I felt accurately portrayed my feelings for Battlefield 5 during the reveal event. And if I had done this video right after, oh man, I would have. It would have been a lot more vitriolic than it's going to be right now. I honestly thought, I was. See, I barely can talk even now, because that trailer was just, I don't know. I legit thought it was the secret sequel to Battlefield Heroes. Like, here, we made Battlefield Heroes 2. I mean, just compare and contrast that with the Battlefield 1 trailer. Even though I was a little bit skeptical when I first saw that, it was a good trailer. There's no denying that, and I feel like Battlefield 5 really failed in that regard, I would say, because first impressions is very important, and I think a lot of people's first impressions are gonna be that trailer, which I feel so sorry for DICE, because when I look at the details, it really looks promising. Like the thing from the event that I was like, oh man, this is just what I wanted, is that they talked a lot about portraying battles that you don't really see or hear about as much as compared to D-Day and such. And it seems that at least on launch, this game will center around the beginning of the war, when it's the fall of Europe. And I mean, for instance, we have Norway as a location. That got me super pumped when they mentioned Scandinavia. No, not that Scandinavia. Sweden was neutral the entire war, although we kind of helped the Nazis. Anyway, we're we have Norway in the game, and one of the war stories is gonna feature around a woman participating with the Norway resistance, and that got me super excited. And now I really hope that they will also include the Finnish Winter War. Maybe not at launch, but I hope that they will include it later down the line with its own war story, because it's stuff like that that I want to see in a World War II game at this point. I don't want to see repeated attempts at D-Day and the Battle of the Bulge. Heck, even Operation Market Garden. Although I don't think that's been done as much, but just new and exciting parts of the war that hasn't really been featured, and it looks like Battlefield 5 is the game to deliver on that, which made me super excited, among all the other stuff that was revealed both during the reveal and also here's the weird thing. Apparently EA held a like a press event just for gaming press and YouTubers and influencers. At least YouTubers, I don't know. Well, YouTubers and influencers are kind of the same in a sense, I suppose. But anyway, they had some people there for a 3-hour presentation where they showed a lot of cool stuff, like the fact that different weapon calibers are gonna have different impact in wooden penetration, and the fact that you don't really have a lot of ammo when you spawn. You need to get some ammo. You have grand operations, which is like operations but on a much larger scale. There seems to be a lot of emphasis on more tactical gameplay and teamwork, because now like you don't have health regeneration anymore, and it takes longer for like anyone can revive someone, but it takes faster for a medic. But even then, you have to drag them away. This sounds so good, and I feel this is just what Battlefield needs, because for the last few years it hasn't really changed, and the changes they did have kind of brought the game closer to Call of Duty. But I feel that this is an attempt to kind of go back to the roots of Battlefield 1942, both with the setting but also in a more tactical sense, with more tactical and team-oriented gameplay, which is definitely what Battlefield needs. Because if it wants to beat Call of Duty, it shouldn't be just like Call of Duty. It needs to provide the alternative, which is what they seem to be doing. And another exciting thing is that they're ditching the Premium Pass, which I was kind of surprised to hear about. So all of the future content, all the DLC, if we're gonna call it that, is gonna be completely free. And from my understanding, it seems that the content will be released sort of in the way the war progressed. So around the launch now we'll have a lot of key content featuring around the beginning of the war and the fall of Europe, and from my understanding it seems that the new content will kind of follow the timeline of the war. So I suppose we'll eventually get D-Day and such, but not the focus of the launch game, not the focus of the war stories for now, which is again really exciting to see a lot of new theaters of war like Norway. I was talking about the premium pass, wasn't I? Now, it's all good to hear that they're ditching the premium pass, but we also know they want the money. They want to earn the money for making more content. So how are they gonna do that? Well, they are gonna have a lot of cosmetic stuff, because there's a lot more customization in this game than previous, which I mean, so far it seems that it's just gonna be there will be microtransactions, and it's gonna be featured around this cosmetic stuff, but it's not going to feature any loot boxes. And this all sounds great. I'm gonna hold on for the celebration. I mean, I'm happy the premium pass is gone, because it just splits the player base, but I don't know if I can trust EA right now. I mean, I don't think anyone has forgotten the debacle around Battlefront 2, and while at least right now it seems that EA has learned a lesson with Battlefield 5, I'm not 100% confident just yet. I want to see more of how are these microtransactions are gonna work. That's what I want to know right now. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the reveal event and the trailer and the details that have come from both the reveal and YouTubers. And so far, a lot of the things I'm hearing about Battlefield 5 sounds really promising. And as I said at the start of the video, I was a bit excited, but I was basically expecting a Battlefield 1 reskin. But from what I'm hearing, it does seem that they are taking quite a few changes that kind of takes Battlefield back to its roots, and also helps helps make it different from Call of Duty. And it also seems to switch up the Battlefield formula quite a bit, which is really good to hear. So yeah, again, as with Black Ops 4, I'm really looking forward to this game. Don't know if I'll play the release, but yeah, so far looks promising, even though the trailer is quite rubbish. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to this channel, I would say that I don't normally do these videos, but I made one for Black Ops 4 last week, so I don't know about that. But my content right now is usually centered around the live commentary stuff. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And I'll see you all next time.